So Eyeshield 21 is one of those like one in a million manga that probably should not exist. This is a Japanese, high school American football team. I don't even think those exist. Okay, guys, I think that's a lie. Um, but it does a really good job at introducing this sport to a crowd of people who probably don't know much about it. And it's full of comedy. One of the greatest characters in this whole manga is Yoichi Hiruma, the quarterback. The guy has this big black book of all of these blackmailing incidents, and he just goes through it. And that's how he gets favors done. That's how he gets the club made. That's how he gets everything going. He also constantly swears, has like guns and artillery, and is just like always ready to fire off. But like he also has this sick cannon of an arm. The guy has a sick pass. And his best friend is the nicest guy you could ever meet. And that's going to be Kurita. He's this gigantic, big, round, giant man. But if you get him mad, man, oh man, dude, that guy will fuck you up. He is a beast. And it's really hard to get past him. So the main character, though, actually isn't even any of those. It's actually Sina Kobayakawa. Blah. Hard to say all those Y's and A's and W's. Anyways, he ends up going to school, and he's being abused by this like gang of people, the Haha brothers. There's 3 bullies in his high school. And they make him do gopher stuff just like you would in Yamushi Pedal. He has to go do all these things for him, and he has to be back at a reasonable time. So over time, Cena just became super fast. But what they don't really get is that Yoichi Hiruma's watching him this whole time, and is like, "Listen, you'd be a really good football player, because you run so fast. You could make a pretty sick." I believe he becomes a running back. But for some reason, I'm thinking he's the wide receiver. He's one of the wide receivers, but I'm pretty sure he's just a running back. And so yeah, he becomes one of the star players. He's able to like feint people out with his special attacks, such as like the Devil Ghost Bat and all these other cool attacks. He's got Whirlwind, but it's just a wild series of events. One of the other main characters who I know for sure is one of the wide receivers. He's the primary wide receiver, actually, of the crew, is Raimon, Taro Raimon. This guy is a straight-up monkey man, okay? He's got these big-ass goofy fingers. He's got these big ears. Apparently, his name is a play off of Joe Montana, which I think is hilarious, but no one really knows if that's true or not. But he's just awesome. He's hilarious, and yeah. But, the coolest thing about this series is how well the characters play off of each other, okay? Like, the characters are always making jokes off of each other. They have really good chemistry with each other. And the rivals have the sickest teams and mascots, and they're built up to be these big, strong obstacles that the team needs to train against to take them out. So, real quick, this is a summary of the whole plot that, I kind of went through already, but just real quick. In Tokyo, a weak, unassertive boy named Sina Kobayakawa enters the high school of his choice, Daimon Private Senior High School. Sina's only remarkable physical abilities are his running speed and agility, which are noted by the school's American football team captain, Yoichi Hiruma. Hiruma forces Sina to join the Devil Bats football team as its running back. Oh, I was right. To protect his identity from other teams who want to recruit him, Cena is forced to publicly assume the role of the team secretary and enter the field under the pseudonym of Eyeshield 21, wearing a helmet with an eye shield to hide his features. See, nobody even knows that Cena's in the game. Some of his own teammates don't even know Cena plays, okay? That's how crazy this is he wears this eye shield mask to kind of protect his identity, and nobody knows who this Eyeshield 21 guy is, because Eyeshield 21 actually has connotations from a football player in, I believe it's Notre Dame. And so everybody thinks he's this famous player, but he's not. He's just some scrawny kid who runs really fast. This makeshift team initially takes part in the spring football tournament, hoping to win through the strength of their new secret weapon. However, the extremely weak team is annihilated early on by the Ojo White Knights, one of the best football teams in Japan. That last bit is not too much of a spoiler. This is within the first few volumes. I think this is within volume 3 out of, like, I think it's 37, volumes. I strongly recommend reading this series. It's by the same author as the guy who's writing Dr. Stone, a manga I just did a video on, and the artist also does. The artist does the work for One Punch Man, the new work for it. So that's really cool too. But the artist actually also does other things like the Marvel Comics alternate covers, and the writer also has done other things as well. He's writing Trillion game right now. I haven't heard much about it though. I don't know if you guys have. You can tell I'm not even familiar with the name. It's a weird thing, I guess, but maybe it's good. He's working with one of his old-time partners, Ryoichi Ikigame, and he worked with this guy in the past on another comic called Kobayashi's Samurai, which I actually don't know too much about, but it exists, and it is maybe on Mal, but I'm not even that sure about that. No, it is. It is totally not on Mal that I can see. So yeah, I don't really know anything about that series, but probably an interesting one knowing the pedigree it's coming from. But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoy a little take into the world of Eyeshield 21. I strongly recommend the manga, but the anime I've heard mixed things about. I tried to watch before. It wasn't really that great. It doesn't capture the spirit of the manga very well. But this is like a really awesome sports manga. I would feel like this should be one of your first ones, especially if you don't like football. This really opens up the world of football to a lot of people. And even if you end up still not liking football after it's done, the story is just so good it doesn't even matter. It's just so worth it to read it. Anyways, I hope you guys like these kind of new style of videos. This is what I'm kind of hoping to change the Manga Compendium into. Please like, comment, subscribe if you do like it. And if you don't like it, just let me know in the comments down below what I can do to make it better. But that's it for today. I hope everyone enjoys it and has a good rest of the day. Bye.